This is kind of the real touristy market here. Peaches, peaches. What is that? Honey? How much? How much? She's going to show me how much they cost for that big thing of honey. That's a lot of honey. 200 for that. That's a pretty good price. That's a good price for all that honey. But I cannot use right now. I cannot use. Sorry. It's very nice. It's very nice. But that's a pretty good price. That's about $8 or $9 for a huge thing of honey like that. That's crazy. No, they're Western toilets. Pretty much mostly Western toilets here. I haven't seen any squat toilets, I think, since I've been in Vietnam. Hey, thanks for watching the broadcast. This is the other sort of touristy side of the morning market scene here in Sapa, Vietnam. So I'm at 1,500 meters, so it's obviously cooler up here. That's why a lot of people from, especially Hanoi, like to come up for a break. Even they just come up for one night, Saturday night. So I had to pay more for my hotel for one night. I haven't seen any marijuana here, no. It's illegal, so... And basically, marijuana on the books in Vietnam, you could still be executed for possession of marijuana. I don't think they do it anymore, but it's on the books that way. Right here, rice wine. They make all kinds of different flavored rice wines as well. More sticky rice. Yeah, there's lots of guest houses. That's what I'm basically staying in. It's a little mini hotel or guest house, basically, I'm staying in. Yeah, there's lots of guest houses here. Yes, people can be. I mean, on the books. Now, do they actually do it? No, but on the books, yes, you can. You can. Yeah, you can get drunk. That's right, but not high. That's right. Don't. I mean, if you are a recreational drug user, just don't do any of this stuff in Southeast Asia while you're on your vacation. It's just not worth taking the chance, because you can open yourself up to extortion as well. You saw some funny chairs. Oh yeah. Lots of some nice dried fruit here as well, and there are more of these sort of a Chinese or Asian style pear apple. Is it okay to flirt with the local girls? It depends. You kind of gotta, like, I don't know, like some of the women, the older women have been flirting with me, but you know, it's like the village. You're talking village women or just Vietnamese women? I mean, it's no problem. It's a big deal in Thailand, absolutely. You should travel here. You should travel here. I don't know about the hats. I don't know which hats you're talking about. Yeah, there's fried stuff here, and the food stalls have some fried stuff, but there's lots of really good food here. And this is squash. So this is kind of the thing when you come to a place like this. Thanks for inviting your followers, by the way. You get to see some different things that you won't see, like in Hanoi. Or lower down. So it's kind of a fun thing to break up your vacation in Vietnam with visiting a hill station like this. This was established by the French about 1924. Yes, they have squid for me. Yes, they do. I haven't had squid here, but they do have squid here. They are also farming trout and salmon up here as well, and I've had some of that, which is very delicious. Yes, they have dog here too, but I haven't seen any for sale. These are the knives that they make here. They're actually really reasonable. Like this small one here was like $1.20. Somebody gave me a price, like $1.20. So if you're into cooking or knives, this is a great place to come and buy some really cool cleavers or knives, because they're really cheap. Do they have coffee with not here. But in Hanoi, they have a place called Kong. They have the Kong Cafe all over Hanoi, and they serve my favorite coffee with coconut milk here. My favorite. So you see all of the knives. Can't bring them on the plane. I've taken knives on the plane before. I have. Not on a carry-on. In your pack bag, I think you can get away with it, but not on a carry-on. Definitely not on a carry-on. You're right about that. Okay, we're going to spin around, take one last little walk over here to the fountain. Yeah, check bag zone, exactly. They eat dog only on the last day of the month according to the lunar. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, you can mail them too. Yes, yes. But in northern China, it's probably more probably the most predominant dog-eating region would be northern China. You know, I mean, it's easy for us to make judgments about these types of things. I met some people when I traveled in Cuba many years ago that were forced to eat cat after the Soviet Union fell and the Cuba lost support from the Soviet Union. I mean, they were dark days for the people of Cuba, and some people were forced to eat cat. So, you know, you and I, it's easy for us because we live in we've lived in countries of abundance that we haven't never had to be forced to do this, but it's easy for us to judge. But you know, I mean, that's the thing about when you hear about things like this. But it's if somebody has to do it out of a need to survive, I don't have an issue with it. But if it's just for delicacy or something, I do have an issue with it. I have been to Dalat. I was not Vin Halong. But I have been to Dalat. I was in Dalat on this trip, and it's a lovely hill station town as well. You can see the crowds of people here. So these people are all these buses are loading people back, and a lot of them are heading back to Hanoi. It looks like France. Well, you know, it's obviously the French established this town, so there's definitely still remnants of the French here. There's still some colonial buildings here that were built, you know, in the 1920s. Hello, Mexico. Seen lots of Japanese tourists here, lots of Koreans. About 5 hours now. The bus from Hanoi to Sapa is about 5 hours. This is the craziness of this one night for people. People come up here, it's amazing. They'll spend 5 hours on a bus or in a car, come up here for one night. I do tower over people, yes. And now they're all migrating back to Hanoi. And I'm on a bus later. I'm on a bus at 4 this afternoon. And we'll take one last walk around. And you can see the beautiful surroundings here. I think the Arabic writing is absolutely art. To me, it is art. And if you've seen it, oh my God, when you see it on the Taj Mahal, it's just absolutely beautiful. I don't know about Halong Bay. It's a long trip. I might, if I do, it would just be for the day. And I'm trying to sort of get in everything I can in Hanoi as well. So it's kind of hard. I may still do it, but I'm kind of still up in the air. Traveling and you know, photography and collecting a lot of content for my video podcasts. I produce a video podcast on iTunes, and I mean, I use a lot of video content on my social media platforms. So, and of course, live streaming, and I'm also doing some live streaming for Facet Travel by Tastemade, which is a really cool travel app that you can download in the iTunes store as well. So I'm doing some live streaming for Facet Travel as well while I'm here. No, I don't see many Russian tourists here. Saw lots of Russian tourists in Trong. They like to go to the beach places. They like to be on the packaged beach tours. So you'll see a lot of Russians at beach resorts. So in Nha Trang, there was lots of Russians there, and the town is very much catered to Russian tourists. Hello. Hello. Hi. Where are you from? Where are you from? Vietnam, Hanoi? Hanoi? One Ling?
Hạ Long.
Oh, nice. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you.
What's the name?
John.
John.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Bông.
I love that. I love that name.
Sophie.
No. This is what he's funny. He's very funny. This is what everybody says. Shopping. And they want to. You want to take a picture? Oh, okay. Okay. So now we're gonna do. Yeah. Selfie. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Selfie. Okay. We're gonna do a selfie here. Wait. Now we have to do me. Okay. Okay. Somebody screenshot. Hey. Oh, I can do this. Okay, come on. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Oops. Yeah, that happens. That happens a lot, actually. People are very friendly here, and they like pictures. They love Americans. They have no problem. There is no anti-American sentiment here at all. You don't have to worry at all about any resentment to Americans here. They love Americans. You don't have to worry about that at all. Who has the right? I have no idea. I don't know all of the intricacies of the driving rules here. Even though I've been driving a motorbike, I don't know all of the rules. Sorry. I always yield to pedestrians, but motorbikes seem to kind of rule here. What is the place on the right? Well, this is a hotel, if that's what you mean. And up here, the museum is up here. The Sapa Museum is up here. What camera equipment do I bring? You mean like for photography? Or for streaming? Photography, oh, okay. Photography I use, I think that's what you mean, photography. Right now I'm using a Fujifilm X Pro with the prime lenses and a Leica monochrome camera. And I brought my Polaroid SX70, but I haven't been using it. Yes, you don't have to worry. There's no... Vietnam Center is not good for U.S. travelers. I don't know if you mean like Hue. Hue is like central Vietnam, or you're talking about in the mountains. I have no idea. But, you know, when people are coming up to me and being friendly, they have no idea that I'm Canadian. I could be American, I could be anything. They just come up and, like those people there, they didn't ask me where I was from or anything. They just came up, they were friendly. Yes, I've been to China. Fuji X Pro 2. Fuji X Pro 2. I think they're fairly safe. It's a new road now, just the road from Sapa down to Lao Sai is still kind of windy, maybe a little tricky, and there can be landslides. But the new highway, I think, is pretty safe. Do they ask you for money? Those people didn't. They're just tourists. They're not asking for money. But the minority villagers that come up to you, they're trying to sell you stuff. They don't beg. They don't beg. They just come up and they're trying to sell you stuff to get money. I have no idea. There's lots of Chinese investment in here. There's absolutely tons of money coming in from China here. I don't know about them actually moving here. Some have come back, absolutely, some have come back. A lot of them left in the late 70s because China made a move on northern Vietnam up here. They were trying to take northern Vietnam, and they invaded in here in 1979, and there was a big war, and Vietnam pushed them out. So there was a lot of anti-resentment towards Chinese at the time, so a lot of Chinese went back to China that were actually, I think they were actually Vietnamese, but Chinese ethnicity, and some of them have since come back to do business, but I don't know if they're actually living here. Well, traffic is chaos here, that's for sure. Traffic is chaos here. It's 10:05 a.m. here, and this is the main square of Sapa. Yeah, there's that was the other thing I was going to tell you. Yes, there's lots of construction going on here. See all of this here? It's everywhere. They know I'm a tourist, but there was a question about Americans earlier, and there is, you know, I've asked local people here; they'd have no problem. If there is any, if there's any kind of anti-resentment right now, it's towards China because of this Spratly Island issue. And some other things going on. So that's, if there's any sort of tension between or any sort of anti-resentment right now, it's because of what's been happening with China. But no issues with Americans. And I have lots of American friends that have been coming here for years that love to come to Vietnam, and they have no issues at all. That's why they keep coming back, because they're treated really well. So. And I'm just taking a walk around the morning market here today. I'm going to show you in a sec. We're actually at more of the local section of this market near the main market, and I'm just starting off the broadcast around here, walking around and showing you some of the things going on here. There's fresh fish for sale. They have lots of like lake fish here that they sell, and farm fish here is very big, and farmed products here are very big as well. There's fish farms in the area that grow or farm trout and salmon here. And I can show you many of the vegetables and fruit. Hey, hello, Yvette, how are you? And some of the fruit that's available here right now, of course, those are avocado. Because I'm cooler, I'm at 1,500 meters up here, by the way. It's cooler here. I have been here for a couple of days now. And at 1,500 meters, right now the temperature is about 20. If I was in Hanoi right now, it would be 30, and I wouldn't have a sweater on, and my t-shirt would be soaking wet after being outside for just an hour. So it's a nice place to come. The French actually established Sapa as a hill town here in 1924 because they wanted a cool retreat, and they weren't used to these tropics like the people here were. And now it's a booming tourism center. Lots of hill tribes in the area as well, ethnic minority villagers that come into the town to sell things. And so you're going to see some of them. You're going to see some of the Black Hmong ladies here, and incredibly loud horns. But I'm just starting off at this little sort of local market here before we head over to the bigger one where the minority villagers are. So these are custard apple. You've probably seen these in broadcasts of mine before. Longhans are in season right now, so there's lots of longhans. I had some the night before last. Somebody at a tea shop gave me some to try, and they're so sweet. It's very similar to lychee, kind of the same type of a fruit, but maybe not as juicy, but very sweet. And so there's lots of cool climate things. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. Okay, here we are. So this always happens to me because I'm so much taller than everybody else. It's so funny. And so this will happen to me maybe a few more times during this broadcast. It's lots of fun. People are very friendly here. Oh, look at this. Oh, I want to show. Can I show this man smoke? It's okay. Can I show you? Okay. He doesn't want to see. These pipes here are very popular for smoking. Just tobacco, nothing else that I know of, that I've been privy to. Is this local fish? Local? Yeah. And there's some more fresh bamboo that we saw earlier, and lots more of the greens and herbs and things like that. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Do stay tuned. I'll probably bring you some more stuff from Sapa here or the surrounding area before I leave, and maybe even try to catch maybe a sunset or something if the clouds break a little bit. It would be fun. At least show you some of the hills with a really beautiful landscape view. Maybe I'll try to do that before I leave Sapa, and then I'll be back in Hanoi Sunday evening, my Sunday evening, which is your Sunday morning. And I'll be live streaming and sharing stuff from Hanoi until I leave on the 2nd. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Far East Adventure Travel on Instagram, and Twitter, Periscope, capital FAR, capital EAST, capital ADV, capital TRVL. Thank you so much. John Sabo, Far East Adventure Travel from Sapa, Vietnam.